in a certain way. And the great glass with its harvest of dust on it as this kind of electromagnetic piece of, let's say, low-tech physical computing, which was photographed by Man Ray and made into another artwork, which unfortunately you can't see there. But I think you know this series of photographs, Man Ray breeding dust, taking from the large glass, where you see this sheen, this landscape, this kind of lunar landscape of dust across the glass, which is one of the first, I would say, one of the first instances of a very kind of special form of artistic collaboration, which is dealing with the materiality of, let's say, the flow of ions, electromagnetic, electrostatic materiality. So those are just some background bits which I think we need to think about when we're looking at how to develop a new form of vocabulary. And these precepts that the conference today is going to be dealing with, art on the edge, the new creativity, disciplinary territory, beyond sensibility, authoritarian dreams, that's maybe the best one, and new instruments for teaching and learning, I think all refer back really to the very first one about art on the edge. That we also have the challenge that we're losing the artistic element of education. There's fewer, in fact, there are more, let's say, programs, PhDs, masters in art, but at the same time, the direction of many of these programs and the work that Roy Ascott is doing is one of the major exceptions to the rule, that the necessity to create this open space for artistic activity is being lost. We're confronted with the pressure of creative industries. We look at this word creative actually in a very problematic kind of way. I don't have the exact quote in my head, but I just thought of it in the taxi on the way here, that Gert Lovink made this reference to creativity as being something really for the poor, that you need creativity in order to get your bread, to earn your money, and it's the thing that forces you actually out of art, that we need to have the space, the luxury, let's say, of creating the space where you don't need to think about creativity and how to get your bread, but to have that space to push the limits of technology, of social structure, of practice, and to create new forms of communication and new ways of thinking about the world that we live in. And that's one of the essential functions in art. And in the networked and digital context that we exist in, we need to look at the materiality of networks themselves in order to create this new kind of vocabulary of artistic expression. And maybe when we stop thinking, then maybe that's where we have to kind of not think so much or have the pressure of creativity, but actually to have the pressure of acting in an open environment. So I was going to go into the specifics of the festival, but I think I'll save that for the discussion later on this afternoon, as our time is running, and I think I've used my my allotted point. But for anybody who would have the opportunity and the possibility to come to Berlin in February, these elements that I've been talking about breaking, let's say, tradition and breaking into new forms of collaborative dialogue. Oh, I have 10 minutes. Oh my God.